Good morning, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Talk About It with Sam, where we discuss today's current events, life, health, wealth, and lifestyle. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content. We have so much more to come. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Talk About It with Sam. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Detroit Reed Delshon, who is a comedian straight from Detroit. How are you today?
How you doing? You doing all right?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you so much for coming on with me.
And my bad. Yeah, Detroit is, by the way, Detroit and Birmingham, Alabama. So
Nice, Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, all right. So let's kind of dive right in. I actually ended up meeting you at a Desi Bank show. So Desi Bank went on tour, and you were one of the openers, and you were absolutely hilarious.
thank you.
And
And what city was it?
Boston.
Boston. Okay, Boston.
Yep. It was you and Lance, I think, that opened for
Yep,
Desi Bank.
yep, Lance Woods.
Yep. The show was absolutely phenomenal. You guys all killed it. So
Thank
let's kind of talk about that a little bit. What got you started in comedy?
I started comedy 2014, June 14th, 2014, actually. I started comedy then, so that's 10 years ago. So I've been doing it 10 years. It's actually this year we made it 10, so
That's awesome. Okay. And is that kind of like your number one form of income, or do you work full time also?
oh, for sure, it's just full-time comedy. I'm a comedian full.
Wow.
I probably haven't worked a 9 to 5 probably in maybe like 6, 7 years, 6, 7 years. So
Wow. So you're doing well. Your comedy's getting you far.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it see comedy got its ups and downs. I just trust the process. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people always, oh, I got a plan B, stuff like that. But me, I just always trust the process. Because I went all in when I first started doing it anyway. Like 10 years ago when I first lost my job. And it's crazy. I knew I was gonna lose it. So
Nice.
I lost it. I just went straight in, full fledged. I said, you know, I'm just gonna go full fledged. I never went full fledged with nothing after like high school basketball and stuff like that, basketball in college. But other than that, this was it for me.
Yeah, but you knew you were funny. You knew you were gonna make it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love that. So how do you know Desi Banks? Are you guys like friends? Are you from like the same area?
I actually met Desi through another friend. He actually came to see me at a comedy club. It wasn't a comedy club. It was like a comedy spot in ATL. So you know what I'm saying. We was in Atlanta, and his guy, what's my guy name? He was my dog. Damn, what's my guy name? I forgot his name, but he brought him to the comedy show to see me. You know what I'm saying? He came with him, and I met him then. And next thing you know, it's like he started. He probably had like 60,000 followers at the time. And like I think probably like 2, 3 years later, I ended up seeing him. He had like 2 million followers, or a million, or 2 million, something like that. But I was like, dang, he came a long way. And I was on tour with like two other couples, like Terry and Melissa at the time. And I was on tour with them. And we was like they're older couple, I'm young. So, you know, I see Desi in his room with his friends. I'm here with the older couple that I was on tour with. So, you know, they boring, not doing nothing. So Desi in the other room, that's when TikTok just came out. They had the little bottle challenge that was kicking the bottle and all that stuff. So I'm like, I want to go on tour with those guys. So and I seen Desi come up, you know what I'm saying? I seen him come up. So I was like, I want to go on tour with them. So I started getting on the road with like DC Young Fly, different comedians trying to just open up. And then I seen that Desi, you know what I'm saying? Well, DC Young Fly had like 3 comedians already. So it was like, I feel like, okay, it's tight over there. I it's, I might not can get with that group. So, you know, I'm gonna go over here with Desi. And it was just two guys. Actually just him and Desi. And he just let me open up. I just killed every show. And next thing you know, the other comedian was like, hey man, Desi, he likes you. He think you're funny. You know, I just kept on doing it, kept on doing it. And now I'm on the road with Desi. So
That's so dope. Wow. So I want to know like what was it about you, like your spark? What was it about like the comedy that you was like, damn, like did you ever just like tell a joke one day and you was like, I'm funny? Or were you just like naturally funny, like from birth, just like even as a kid?
yeah, I was always naturally funny because my auntie, she wanted me to get on stage. She was just like, she just always see me at the family reunions and, hey, you're so funny. You used to do comedy. I'm like, damn comedy. You know what I'm saying? So when she told me that, I didn't really, I'm like, okay, comedy, But then I get on Facebook, I seen one of my close friends I went to high school with. We used to always roast each other and talk about each other in the classroom and in the hallway in high school. So I seen he was doing comedy. So I ended up going down like my timeline. He was doing a comedy show, so I was like, okay, I mean, let me DM him, and I was just like, it's crazy how it worked like that. That's to even think about that, like as I'm doing comedy now, it's crazy because I probably would have never been doing this if I haven't seen it. So just to see him do it, I said, I want to try it out. He was like, man, you should come on, do this, and that. I didn't come the first time. I chickened out. I ended up probably going over a little chick house, whatever. I chickened out. But the next month, I seen another comedy show he was on. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And he was just like, man, you should come through. And I was like, okay. And I came, and I actually got like a standing ovation my very first time on stage, and that was the rest was history. After that, that's when I was okay. I think I'm funny. I'm funny. So
Yeah, that is so dope. So was it like straight off the top, or did you have like jokes prepared? Are you kind of just like,
I probably had 2 or 3 jokes prepared. But other than that, it was straight off the top. It was just,
yeah,
hey, it is what it is. I had 5 minutes, but I didn't know 5 minutes was that long for a
yeah,
comedian. If you think about it, like you like, oh, man, 5 minutes ain't no, but just talking for 5 minutes, keeping people entertained for 5 minutes. Oh man. But
yeah.
I funny. So when I seen that, I said okay. And then I got a standing ovation my first time on stage, and everybody was clapping. I said, okay. I was like, damn, for real. So I
That's
started.
what's up.
I took it a little serious.
That I love that so much. And like you're like on tours, you're flying out, like you have a lot of shows. You have a big name for yourself.
Yeah, like I said, it's a blessing. It's a blessing now, especially being on the road with Desi, and Desi opened the doors, and he allowed me, you know what I'm saying, to come on and be funny, because a lot of comedians these days they don't like people that's funny as them,
Mhm.
or more funny, you know what I'm saying? So, and they won't give you that opportunity, and Desi gave me the opportunity to be funny and like showcase my talent on the road. So that's what I like about it, especially
That's
coming to different cities. Like a lot of cities we go to, like if you haven't been to a comedy show, a lot of people don't even know that you have an open act. They don't know
mhm.
what an open act is. They think they only come to see Desi. But then when they come see Desi and they see me or Lance Woods or Tyler Chronicles before Desi go up, then it's, oh dang, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Who is that person? Now they follow me. Now I get a follow. And now
Yeah,
I got a name. And now, you know what I'm saying? He sparked something in me. You know what I'm saying? He sparked something from the fans in me. So that's what I like about being on the road too, especially with Desi. You know, so he give you an opportunity to actually even sell merch and get noticed. So
well, I have to admit, when I originally went to the show, it was like a Desi Banks show, but and then when you guys started coming out, like for the opening, I was crying. I couldn't even believe that Desi was still coming on after you guys were done. I was already laughing like so hard, like I couldn't feel my face. You guys did such a good job, so it really is like it is such like a nice touch to the show to be able to like experience it, and that all the comedy is different. So like you came on, like you had your style of comedy was wicked funny. Lance came on, he had his style of comedy, and then Desi came on and like he had like his like main act, and like I'm familiar with him, so like I knew like his style, but like experiencing like all three of you, my face hurt so bad the next day, it wasn't even funny. Like it
that's
was
dope. That
it,
we did our job. When your face hurt
exactly.
the next day, you know you did that job. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you can remember a joke and you can be talking about it all day at work. Girl, he said, girl, she said. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that just make our job way more better. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we come. So when we come back to Boston, it's even better, 10 times better. Like okay, I'm expecting this joke, but then we come with some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make it dope coming to different cities, because if you notice, they're, oh yeah, I should come right back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back, but it give you time to like, dang, you might go see another comedy show. And like, dang, it's different too. Then we come back, like, oh, okay. Now you're a fan of comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you see it online, but it's different when you see it in person.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. It like the whole vibe of everything was just like so much better. Like online is cool and everything, but like being there and experiencing it, like, and the way that you guys interact with the crowd, like you guys are picking up people in the crowd, like it was absolutely amazing experience.
Hmm.
And so you also have a son, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How old is he?
Oh, he actually just turned 6 a couple days ago. His birthday was September 21st.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday to him.
Oh
Is
yeah.
he funny?
It was so crazy. He is funny.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part. I was just telling my friends that I said, man, my son, I wanted my son to play. I wanted to play basketball and stuff like that. But I just feel like he's a comedian. I don't know. He just be funny to me. And like they always tell you, like, you know what I'm saying, your son, your kid, they take stuff after the daddy or the mama. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how he's just funny. Act like me, get frustrated like me, a lot of things, like sleep like me, and he's so funny. Like I remember we was in the mall a minute ago, and he was just talking about me. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. Everybody was laughing, and then a lady had just walked out of nowhere, which was like, "Well, I guess he just like his daddy." So it was dope.
Wow. That's I feel like that tends to happen, right? Because like as a comedian, like I grew up in a house where like we always used humor to like I don't know, just like get through the day. So it's something that like I kind of understand. And like my son is super funny, but like as a comedian, I feel like you handle situations a little bit better because you use humor to do it. So like things are super serious and like things should be dealt with seriously, but at the same time, you laugh it off kind of at the same time. And it's like I think kids that grow up in atmospheres like that end up having wicked good personalities and they end up being super funny because they don't take things super serious all the time.
Mhm.
Um, so I want to talk a little bit about kind of like your balance. So like you're constantly flying in and out, you're doing shows all the time. How do you balance out being a dad and a comedian?
Well, actually, now how I balance it is really just it depends on now because I start structuring like my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Especially now I'm on the road consistently now. You know what I'm saying? It was different at first when I first started because I know when I get the show, so I might get a show out the blue sometimes, but I know how to schedule it. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do shows either every month, you know what I'm saying, or 2 times a month. So I can really spend more time with my son, stuff like that. But now it's every weekend. So I know during the week I got time. Then my son he stayed what, 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away. So now I just balance it like, okay, what I gotta do this week. And then like now I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go see him every 2 weeks. So I might sometimes I might be too busy where I can see him only one time a month. You know what I'm saying? But with that one time a month, I come make sure I be there like 3, 4 days. You know what I'm saying? I spend the whole 3, 4 days with him because you know what I'm saying that time is everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, I'm being on the road and sometimes it get to me, you know what I'm saying, as a comedian, I'm still a dad at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My dad, how I grew up without a dad myself. So, you know what I'm saying? But then my dad, he was away, but I knew who he was. He came in time to time, but I didn't want to be like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just schedule my times and my days and my weeks where I can just go see him. You know what I'm saying? So the days and weeks I can go see him. I spend that time when I make sure, because most comedians, we always think about, and that's another thing I had to get out of my head. As comedians, we always, oh man, I gotta do comedy shows, I gotta do this. I always think comedy, so I'm always thinking business. I'm always thinking that. So I had to get in that mode where, okay, I just want to be a daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or you know what I'm saying, certain stuff. I get jokes from my son too, you know what I'm saying? But mainly, I just want to be his dad because he don't look at me as no comedian. He don't know I'm
Yeah.
I'm no comedy or nothing. He just that's daddy right there. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure I uh I make sure I spend that time with him and I'm in daddy mode. So that's how I usually do it and I balance it out.
I love that. That's what's up. Because it sounds like you live such a busy lifestyle and it's hard to be able to like balance family and careers, like you said. Like it's difficult for everybody right now. Like
Yeah.
being kind of just like support your daily living is super hard. So I'm glad that you have it all figured out. That's what's up. Where do you see yourself in comedy over the next 3 years?
Well, I see myself in comedy the next 3 years. I see me still touring. Like I'm never gonna stop touring. Like one thing about comedians, we're gonna always tour. See, I love what I do. I love doing comedy. So I see me touring, but again, in the next 3 years, I see me if I don't do a special, if I don't do a special, I see me on TV. I want to do like I want to be on TV. I want to tape some on TV, like have a like be doing comedy on TV, like a taping, like Kevin Hart's or Def Comedy Jam, or just some affiliated with TV. I want to either have a TV show or be on the TV show. You know what I'm saying? That's where I see myself in the next 3 years. But my goal, really, right now, is really doing stand up and getting paid from all social media platforms. That's my
Mhm.
goal. I want to get paid from everything: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal right now. But to see where I see myself in the next 3 years, TV. Unless I get a chance to do a special, that's my thing in the next 3 years.
Nice. Wow, that's awesome. And I'm sure that you will. You're super super funny. You have a good name for yourself. You have a great following, so I know for sure that that's going to happen.
Appreciate it.
What would you give for advice for anybody that wanted to start out like in the comedian world and they weren't sure like how to approach comedy? What's like a good starting place for them?
I tell them, or I tell anybody who want to start comedy, I just tell them come in and just be funny. You know what I'm saying? Be funny. Worry about being funny. Don't worry about being around nobody. Don't worry about making it. Oh, I have to be around this person. I gotta do this for this person. No, and keep a clean face. Like you don't want to hang around with people who talk about everybody. You don't want to hang around people who always think negative. No, always be around positive people. You know, positive comedians, people who speak positive things in your life. You know what I'm saying? I tell them all the time, stay on stage. Always stay on stage as a comedian. It's always good to stay on stage, hit open mics, stuff like that. Stay away from comedians who don't like other comedians who hate and who always talk.
Mhm.
Stay away from all that. So you always want to stay on stage, be original, don't steal jokes. You know what I'm saying? And learn and never stop learning. That's another thing. Never stop learning. Always be a student. I'm a student all the time. Like I still get as many people I be around and comedians, actors, people in movies, basketball players. I'm a fan. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like a kid. I'm like a big kid. I can see The Rock, see Kevin Hart, see Shaq. I'm still that kid on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Always like and I seen someone motivation speaker. He was saying like that you got to think like a kid because kids ask questions. Kids
Yep.
kids always ask questions. They're always excited. You know, they're excited to do stuff. You want to think like you want to think like a kid. Like not saying, oh yeah, be childish and stuff like that. But no, in a way, you can when it comes to business and stuff like that. Always, oh, I want to do this. I like to do this. You know what I'm saying? So you want to just always ask questions, always, you know what I'm saying, always just continue to just be mindful of everything you around you, you know what I'm saying? But as a comedian, that's what I want them to do. Like I always tell them to stay on stage, be original, be they self. Don't try to be like nobody else, be you. Because
Hmm.
can't nobody be you better than you at all.
I love that. That's
And
so dope.
I had to learn that myself. You know what I'm saying? I used to try to, oh, I like this person, I like this comedian. No, when I started becoming me and started saying the stuff about me that's on stage, that's when everything started changing. When I first came in, I still, certain comedians didn't do that. I stole a joke or whatever stuff. I didn't know about stealing jokes. I didn't know about comedy. I thought everything was like remix stuff like that. You had to be original. So when they told me about that, you know what I'm saying, I had got a bad name at first, but then I had to understand that people they gonna hate regardless because they see your talent. They see you can be talented, you know what I'm saying? So they try to knock you down. But I didn't allow that. You can't allow
Hmm.
people to knock you down and stay down. You know what I'm saying? Even if you do get knocked down, always be able to get up. You know what I'm saying? Keep that positive energy around you. You know what I'm saying? I always kept positive energy, and it was so crazy. I'm a confident man, so a lot of men they're confident like that. So that's another thing. When you see me on stage a lot, you know what I'm saying? I have confidence. So
Hmm.
and you got to have confidence to get on stage. That's number one. If you don't have no confidence on stage, you
Do you ever get nervous?
I'm always nervous. I'm always
Like,
nervous. And it's crazy because I remember Ricky Smiley and a couple more comedians just saying like, "There's nothing wrong with getting nervous." It was like because everybody don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I get see everybody don't know you. I don't. They don't know how this joke. I don't know how this joke gonna go over. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but I just know I'm here. When
Hmm.
if I'm here, if I fly there, and it's like I get in that zone where as soon as I get there, like, look, I ain't come this far just to say, okay, I'm finna go. I can't turn back now. I can't. I can't
Yeah.
turn back. You know, I'm finna go back home. No, it's too late. I'm here, so I got to go on stage. It's just like basketball, football when I used to play sports. As soon as you touch the basketball, you nervous before you play. But as soon as you touch that ball, the first play, you get a shot at, okay, it's game time.
Yep.
So as
Yep.
soon as I touch that mic, when I walk on stage, it's a lot of stuff go behind, you know what I'm saying, get in my mind and stuff like that. But as soon as I'm walking to the stage, it just started rolling. And then as soon as I touch the mic, that's when that confidence started coming in.
Yep.
So
That is so dope. I'm so proud of you. I know for sure that in the next 3 years, I'm gonna be on Netflix. Like, yo, I got him on my podcast.
that's dope.
Watching your schedule. It's definitely gonna happen for sure. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate you.
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna have to get you back on. I'm gonna keep checking in with you like I don't know, like every couple months or so, just to
Oh,
see where
that's
you're
all
at.
good. Check up on me whenever, man. Whenever you just want to hit me up, hey, look, I'm gonna check on Detroit. I want to check on him real quick. Do it. You can always reach out. I always reach back, especially when I can. I'm not like everybody else. On the Hollywood. I'm not even from Hollywood, so I'm not gonna.
I know you've actually been like so easy to communicate with, and thank you so much because I had to reschedule one of the episodes, and you were super cool about it. So I really appreciate that a lot.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day.
I thank you. You too.
Bye bye.